In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 new options that will be available from the plan calendar in the next version of Platt. The purpose of these options is to make it easier to use the plan to allocate work, especially for those users whose organizations have a large number of current care workers or runs. The first new option concerns which organizations will be displayed on the plan. Historically, the plan has only shown care workers and runs from your current organization and all child organizations. In many cases, this meant that your users would be forced to log in the context of a higher level organization, so they would have access to the relevant care workers. The downside, of course, being that they would be seeing more child organizations than were perhaps relevant to their current task. In the next version of Platt, the plan will also now show care workers and runs from ancestor organizations. This will enable your users to switch their context to the organization of the service users whose visits they are currently scheduling, without losing visibility of the relevant care workers. If we look in the top corner of the window, we can see that my context is currently Southern Area. In the sample data, DemoCare has 2 child organizations, Southern Area and Northern Area, and in the past it was probably going to be necessary to use the plan in the context of DemoCare so that I would have access to all of the care workers from that organization. Now I can see the care workers and runs from DemoCare on the plan here, even when my context is Southern Area. If, for some reason, your users do not wish to see ancestor organizations on the plan, they can click on the Options button and then untick Include Parent Organizations. In effect, this will return the plan to its old behavior, as we are now no longer seeing any of the DemoCare care workers or runs. The second option I want to introduce you to is this one, Exclude Blank Resources. Quite simply, when ticking this box and clicking Update, any care workers or runs that have no events and no availability in the selected date range will be removed. In this case, neither Sarah Connor nor the DemoCare AM run have any availability or events today. Notice how they disappear after I click the Update button. If you're using the plan to focus on a single day, using this option will conveniently exclude those care workers who, according to their current availability pattern, don't work on the day in question. The final option introduced with this next version of Platt is the ability for your users to choose for themselves the order that care workers and runs will appear on the plan. By default, we present care workers before runs, with alphabetical sorting within these groups. To adjust that sort order, it's as simple as dragging the care workers and runs to a new position on the plan. Perhaps I want the Southern Area AM run to appear before all of the named care workers from Southern Area. To achieve this, I can simply drag the Southern Area AM row up and drop it on the first few pixels of this row. If I wanted to move Clarissa Dalloway after Holly Golightly, I would drop Clarissa onto the final few pixels of Holly's row. Any changes made to the order of resources will be saved, so when the user reopens the plan later, it will be reapplied. To return to the default sort order, simply click here. When new care workers or runs are added after a user has applied their own ordering for resources, those new items will appear at the bottom of the list for the relevant organization. Of course, they can be moved elsewhere using drag and drop, as we have just been seeing.